It's Mecca. I never get tired of stationery stores. I love everything.
Patti Smith especially loves shopping for notebooks.
Because every notebook is a possibility.
Yes.
You know, you open it up and it's just like it's a new adventure.
It's how she mapped out her new memoir, Bread of Angels, a sequel of sorts to her blockbuster bestseller Just Kids and the critically acclaimed M Train. It's the story of a child obsessed with fairy tales.
Just because they carried me away.
Yeah. You liked being carried away.
Yes, I do. The further, the better, as long as I return.
Growing up in New Jersey, Patti writes, illness was an ongoing companion.
I got what they called the Asiatic flu. It was a pandemic in '58. I was extremely ill, and they couldn't bring my fever down.
Yeah.
They were losing some hope for me. And I loved Madame Butterfly. I'd heard it on the radio. And my mother, as a last effort, she took her tip jar and took all the money and went out and bought me that. And believe me, that was a sacrifice.
What did that mean to you?
I actually cried writing that little story.
In 1967, Patti moved to New York to get a job and become a poet.
I had no thoughts of making records, singing.
It's quite an accident.
Accidental rock star.
She wanted her poetry readings to be more exciting.
And it was Sam Shepard who said, you know, find a guitar player and do a little, have a little guitar behind you.
At Electric Lady Studios in Greenwich Village in 1975, she recorded her debut album, Horses, still regarded as one of the greatest rock records ever made.
I feel thrilled to see that record. It's such an honor.
You're in between the Rolling Stones and Stevie Wonder.
That's fantastic.
A few years later, producer Jimmy Iovine suggested she record an unfinished Bruce Springsteen song. She resisted at first.
But when I listened to it, I knew right away. I said out loud, and I remember looking at that cassette tape when it was red and white, and I said, oh, it's one of those darn hits. I knew it. I just knew it.
Why?
Everything was there.
On tour in Detroit one night, Patti met Fred Sonic Smith, the guitarist who co-founded the MC5. That fleeting moment, she writes, was to redirect the whole of my life.
I didn't know who he was. And it's like alchemy. I looked at him and I knew that he was the one. And his name was even Smith, you know.
Patti soon started thinking about walking away from music.
I didn't like to be parted anymore from Fred. It was too difficult. We were becoming very big in Europe. My last job in Italy, we had 80,000 people, but I was getting extremely high-strung, and I felt like I needed to reassess exactly how I was evolving and who I was. That was difficult. You know, had I been a nice person, you know, had I been a jerk here, had I, you know, been thoughtless there.
What did you decide?
I had, you know. I mean, that's the thing I could never really get people to comprehend when they say, how could you walk away and how could you do this? It's like perhaps it was a selfish thing, but it was really for self-survival. And to be an artist, if you don't evolve as a human being, how are you going to evolve as an artist?
Patti spent 15 years in Detroit with Fred, raising their 2 children and writing incessantly.
I could have never written Just Kids without those years.
Do you need to write by hand?
I write 80% by hand. I love the feel of writing.
While writing Bread of Angels, Patti got news that altered her story.
I actually got the test on my 70th birthday.
A genetic test revealed that her biological father was not Grant Smith, the soldier on the cover of her album, Gung Ho.
It was like when people say, I never saw that coming. I never saw it coming.
It took you a while to find it.
A couple years.
Patty learned her birth father was a handsome Jewish pilot with dark, wavy hair. His name was Sidney, and he had died in 1965.
That's a lot to have come to you when you're 70.
The book took longer to write because I put it away for over 2 years because I had to process that. And also I had to decide, what do I do with that information?
Yeah.
Do I hide it? But then I thought, you know, one of the things, my goal in writing this book was to give people, certain people that I loved, life.
Yeah.
It's a book of gratitude. And he gave me life with my mother. The two of them gave me life. How could I keep that a secret?
Yeah, that's quite a bombshell again at the age of 70,
We
right?
all had that reaction. What didn't